Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a long time. I'll definitely be making a video soon to kind of update you guys on everything that's been happening and any like plans that I have coming up, because I'm going through a lot of like changes right now with work and everything, so I'll be sure to make a video on that. But for now I want to do a video about my sketchbook. I finally finished it. I think it's been about a year, maybe less, in the making, so there's a lot in it. I've taken scraps from other sketchbooks and put them into this one, and I've done like lots of things in the sketchbook as well, and there's just like other stickers and random stuff like that in here. So yeah, this is I think the Handbook & Co. Travelogue Watercolor sketchbook. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. If not, I will be putting it in the description down below. So let's get started. So in here I just have a lot of like random stickers. This is my ticket from the Ghibli Museum from past September. And here's a turtle that I drew at the park. He was moving a lot, or she. And yeah, here's a couple of sketches I did that were like out of the my other sketchbook, so there will be a lot of those in here. I just find that like it's easier to do pencil drawings not on this paper, because this paper is just too rigid and it like rubs off easily because of the texture. And yeah, that's just a business card that I found in Japan. And yeah, just like random things that I just put in here. I have a little like color chart for my watercolor set that I was using. Here's a quick study of a fox and a hand, and I was like trying to try different concepts for Dren, the race in my comic, so I was doing that. Did a really creepy witch hag lady, a cute kid. He's an actor. He was in that movie with the kids and the thing and stuff, and I can't remember what it's called, but I thought he was adorable, so I drew him. Next page, these are just some life drawing studies I did. A lot of the drawings in here will be from life drawing studies, concept stuff for the comic, and just other quick drawings. I have lots of really like stupid things like these in here because I get people to do like rough shapes for me, and then I try and make silly characters out of them. It's just kind of a fun thing to do for me. Here's another one. Here's a man that I saw at the market that I thought was adorable, so I tried to remember him and draw him. There is Helen Anderson, or Melon, and this is, I think, just a drawing from a Vogue photo that I found, or a study, a gouache study. I have lots of like watercolor, Pentel Brush Pen, just like regular pencil, ballpoint pen. I use like a bunch of different kinds of like watercolors and stuff for these. I think this was with the Sakura brush pen. Here's another person from Shape, another person from a Shape. These were both life drawing studies, and this is just a quick kind of like idea I had from a Harpy sort of inspiration. That's from the life drawing. That's just the little doodle life drawing. I think this was one of the longer life drawing sketches. I think this was like a 20-minute one, maybe. More life drawing. This is just a study for legs. I found a bunch of references and sketched them. Sorry if I have a lisp, by the way. It happens when I'm talking a lot with my Invisalign things. More life drawing studies. Those are like, I think, 5-minute studies. And another study there with gouache. Another shape drawing. The backgrounds of these shape drawings were done with Copics, so that's what the color is. And Copics, luckily, nah, they seep through. Never mind. I thought they didn't seep through with this, but yeah, I guess I would have used them a lot more if they didn't. Life drawing, another gouache study, just a quick silly doodle, hand studies that I found on Pinterest, and a concept for my comic, life drawing, I think that's life drawing too. And yeah, more weird faces made out of shapes. And this was a life drawing, and this was a study that I found on Pinterest. Like, I kind of treat this as a journal sometimes, so I put kind of abstract rantings and just like things that, I don't know, I'm feeling or need to get out of my system. Here's like an oak leaf that I found, and another really cool leaf from a plant. And here's my old dog Pedro. I was visiting my mom and I started sketching him. He kept moving. And I was doing some like hand or nose and lip studies. Did a really quick watercolor thing, just playing with the colors. This was done with the Viviva or Viviva. I still don't know how to pronounce it properly, but Viviva Colorsheets, and they're amazing. They're the most pigmented watercolors I've ever used. I did that video with my the Gaia painting. That was done with those as well. And yeah, they're like crazy bright. There's some feet studies. I think this is a study done from a study that I found on Pinterest. I will put the cred to it here. But yeah, I want to do a study of the study because I liked how they broke up the different shapes of the foot. And so I wanted to try and do the same thing so I could, I don't know, so maybe it would help me with feet. And yeah, some lips. And a quick study of Audrey Hepburn. And there's another life drawing. This one was 15-minute life drawing and little butt. And I tried drawing a laughing lady without a reference. That was not a good idea. And yeah, just more like random doodles without reference, but trying to like make different facial gestures, I guess. Facial expressions. This was the life drawing. So was this one. And the rest are just random silly shapes. I had no idea what to make out of this one, so I made a moth with like a wizard lady on it. And I put the names beside who did the shapes too. So my papa did those ones, and my sister did these ones here. Lopi did all of these ones. Here's a concept for Chiara, and another hand study, and then just a random face from my head. I didn't use a reference for that one. These are both life drawing studies, and these two as well. So this one was 10 minutes, this one was 10 minutes. That one doesn't say. I think this one was 5 minutes. And just trying to like get down different poses and stuff because I need to get better at poses, so yeah, trying to do that. More life drawing, more shapes. This guy in the background here is also life drawing. I covered him up though because I didn't really like how the I don't know, the ballpoint pen just like didn't do any favors for the sketching. Like, I feel like it's much better to use more wider pencil or something for life drawing. I discovered that later. Same thing over here. I did something and I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I covered it. And some more life drawing. She didn't actually have the mask, but I didn't have time to do her face in 10 minutes, so I just put on a cat mask. There's a drawing I did of my mom right there. And this was also another shape. And yeah, I think my sister did that one. That was fun. We were just like hanging out talking, and we were kind of like laughing about this lady. And this is another shape too. I couldn't think of what to do inside of it either, so I just figured like doing some sort of like an alley or like a courtyard that's tucked in between a bunch of buildings that are oddly shaped. This I did on a plane ride with ballpoint pen. I was thinking of doing like a type of shaman for the comic. I kind of had fun with that. And these like crazy bright colors here are again from the Viviva Colorsheets. Yeah, they're so pretty. I love those paints. I did a quick sketch of my papa because I want to use him as inspiration for a character in the comic. So then I tried drawing him again, but kind of stylized. I'm not really proud of those sketches. They don't really look a lot like him. This one actually looks kind of more like him than this one does for some reason. And more life drawing stuff, just sideways. And I did some sketches of my followers on Instagram. So there's one of them, and their Instagram is right there. And then I did a drawing of my grandma that actually looks somewhat like my grandma. And then a life drawing sketch, another shape. I didn't end up filling this one out because it's just stupid. I think my cousin did that one. He wasn't very good at doing shapes. I did a bunch of like sort of rough gestures with a very tiny mechanical pencil. And yeah, I actually like those a lot. They're just very, I like small art a lot. And this is another life drawing. And it's a quick eye study. I did a drawing of Lopi when we were at a Mexican place and he was looking at his phone. So yeah, that's on a napkin, that's why it looks weird. And I did another sketch I wasn't really a fan of. I think this was a 20-minute sketch for the life drawing class. And these are swatches from the Viviva Colorsheets. And there's a couple more quick studies. And I was trying to nail this pose because I'm just trying to get better at making things look more dynamic. So I think I started out with this one and it looked totally weird and super stiff. And then I think I did this one over here and it had the same sort of issue. So I started drawing them smaller because I felt like I could get more of the shape in as opposed to like focusing so much on the details. So I don't know which of these came first, but these look so much better than the other two. So drawing the pose over and over and over again until I found one that actually looked like it worked was definitely really helpful. That's from a life drawing class. I don't know why I put this sticker there. I should probably write something in there actually because it's just weird being empty. There. And this is from another life drawing. I like that one. I actually feel like it looked a bit like her. I think I was trying to do like a quick pose there. This is another life drawing one. I think that was like a 5-minute one or something. Goal study. And just a random doodle. And here's Whimsical Victoria. Again, her Instagram is down there. She's also an artist. So go check her out. And yeah, this was another Instagram follower sketch. And then I had some of my like tattoo plans. I really like this concept. I had to get it out of my head, so I did like a sketch of it. Like a tree type mountainous like growth of like a person kind of coming out and looking over this huge like cliff. I really like the idea of it. I would love to like have this in the comic. I'm not sure how I would implement it, but I love the idea. Oh, this is the page. I got my my papa, or my grandpa, and my mom and my grandma to do portraits of me because I sketched each one of them. So yeah, this is my grandma's interpretation of me, and here's my mom's interpretation of me, and here's my papa's. I don't know what the fuck. Like, what? He made my boob look like, I mean, yeah, sure they get that way, but like, what the hell? And then he just, I don't know if he gave me like a mustache or something, but yeah, Papa's not meant to draw. I was pretty surprised by my mom and my grandma though. Yeah, these are just random other sketches. I was trying to practice more like comic style things, like more facial gestures and everything like that. So I did a watercolor painting of a flower that I found. Tried to like mimic it somewhat. Here's a concept for tiara and just a bunch of writing. Gesture drawing or gesture sketch. Still trying to work on like making things look dynamic. I really like how that one turned out. And then I had this idea for sort of like a monster in the comic as well, so that was the concept for that. Yeah, just a random doodle. I wasn't feeling very good that day. And more Viviva paint doodles. These were inspired by another artist as well, which I will put on the screen. They do a lot of like cool watercolor sketches like this, so I've been digging them and wanted to try one out for myself. And there's just a buttload of gestures, just trying to like get better at doing them. I found a picture on Pinterest of someone holding a snake, so I painted that, but I added crazy colors. This is Calamity. This is like just one of my ways of dealing with like depression or anything like that. I drew out kind of the negativity that I feel and made it into a creature that I call Calamity. I feel like giving a name to it kind of helps me keep it away, but it was kind of fun to draw it anyways. It's a crazy bright scary ass monster thing. Here's a quick concept painting for the comic as well, just thinking of different types of landscapes and stuff. So this is sort of inspired by bull kelp. There's a lot of it here off our coast, so I see it a lot. Thought that was kind of a bit of an homage to the island. Life drawing and Pinterest sketch. And these were also done with the Viviva Watercolors. And I think I used a Pentel Brush Pen for the outlines. And these are just quick concept sketches for t-shirts I was wanting to design and other quick sketches. I'm not really a fan of those, but what can you do? More quick sketches, and there's just a rough sketch for drawing I was doing. Here's another Instagram sketch, and her profile is right there, or her username. Another quick sketch, not really a fan of. And more concepts for the Nunverse. I was trying out different just like plant things, I guess. It looks very rough and sketchy and simple, but I had wanted to just try out and see how big I would have different forms and stuff like that. This was sort of inspired by, I think, something I found on Pinterest, and I added a little bit more to it and was just kind of messing around with the idea of having like sort of cob houses like that, more dome shaped. And I really like this concept. This is for the Nunverse as well. There's basically caves underneath rivers in this universe, and there's a farmer who lives under here, and they are actually harvesting this type of plankton that is basically supporting the river. The way it can support the river is through magnetism. That's the reason a lot of things float in the Nunverse, in our comic, is because of magnetism. So I don't know, I just love the idea of like a little farmer living underneath a river and like harvesting this plankton and making it grow. And here's another life drawing sketch and another like super quick sketch, kind of in a Ghibli sort of style, but not really. It's a total mess, but whatever. And this guy's a creep, ignore him. And yeah, just other sketches. I was thinking like for the comic, this is more like a Dren, the Dren race. It's just one of the 3 races in the comic. More life drawings. I think all of these, all of that page I guess, is life drawings. This is just a random thing I drew from my head. Thebes, and another cool oak leaf that I found, as well as some just random sketches from my head. These 2 were life drawing sketches. Her proportions and everything, like this doesn't have a lot of likeness because I did it in watercolor, so, and I didn't use pencil underneath because I'm an idiot, but that was fun actually. I like that. And I drew this from I think a runway model on Pinterest. Then another sketch from Friends. Just like to binge watch Friends sometimes, you know. I think this was partially from a reference on Pinterest as well. I did a skull study. That's like one of the only things in this book that I've actually like put some effort into. Like a lot of effort into, I mean. Like obviously all of these have taken effort, but I put a lot of effort into that one. And yeah, just more sketches. And this is another Instagram sketch from one of my followers. I will put their name down below. Go check him out. He is also an artist and just a cool person in general. And this was inspired by Nomi Chi. I wanted to try out her style a little bit, but I incorporated some of my own stuff as well. This was, I think I already said it, but this was a life drawing sketch as well. And just a random sketch, more random sketches. I think I saw this face on Pinterest. It's just, it's so intense, but I didn't know like what kind of expression it was. So it looks like annoyance, because I wanted to get down different expressions, right? So, and then I put me when a motorcycle goes by and I want to punch them in the mouth. I hate loud motorcycles so much. They're like my biggest pet peeve. They're just so obnoxious, and I feel like they're just people who ride really loud motorcycles are just dicks. That's just my opinion though. I think this was mainly watercolor. It looks like I used gouache in the background to just do random shapes and stuff. Like, I'm sure some people that ride loud motorcycles are not dicks, but I feel like they just don't take other people's feelings into account at all. It's like an attention thing or something, I don't know. These are life drawing sketches. Same with this one. Again, she wasn't wearing anything on her face and plants weren't growing out of her or anything like that, but I added it anyways. This was from my head. That was a fun one. I tried doing a self-portrait here. I'm kind of getting tired of summer. I hate summer so much. I do not like sun. I like rain and overcast, or snow even. I just don't like sweating. That one was from my head. This one, it looks like I used a reference, so I probably used a reference for that. This one I used another runway model as reference. And this was a life drawing sketch. And another life drawing sketch. And in here I actually, I haven't gone through here in a while, but this is from the same life drawing class from my friend Jen Werbin. I will put her link down below. You guys can check her out on Instagram. And this is from another friend of mine. It's like an original bookmark. She sells lots of like tiny cute things like this. And that's her info there, but I'll also link that down below. She goes by Selling Joy. I want to leave this in here because I feel like this is like a good kind of representation of my year. And so I like to put things that I've done during that year in here. And this year I got my 100,000 YouTube subscriber plaque, and I am so excited for it. I'm excited to put it up. I haven't put up the new stuff in this place yet, but it just makes me proud, and I'm so happy you guys are following along with my art journey. I feel bad that I haven't been able to post a lot lately, but I'm hoping to get back into it. Anyways, that's like my plan. I want to focus more on Twitch, and I want to focus on YouTube and my comic. Those are like my top 3 things that I really want to spend my time on right now. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna like reroute everything financially, since I'm gonna be taking a lot more time away from the store and probably switching to another store platform, but I'm hoping it'll be good and things will pick up. I'm actually going to be making a art book, and these pages are going to be in the art book, as well as a lot of my original drawings and pages from my old sketchbooks. So that'll all be in the upcoming art book. It's gonna take a while to make, but I'm hoping I can get it out like by the end of the fall, maybe winter time. So hoping for the best with that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and like the video if you enjoyed it. And if you are already subscribed, remember to hit the notifications icon if you don't want to miss any videos, because YouTube's algorithm will actually make it so that you don't see any of my videos when I upload them unless you are notified. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I love you guys, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye!